What caused the end of your marriage? 1. Our youngest was really ill. I took him to the emergency room 3 times. My husband complains about the cost each time and gaslighting me that I was overreacting. The 3rd time I had to carry him into the hospital, and our kid, 7, finally got a chest x-ray and within minutes we were in an ambulance. He had severe pneumonia. Looking back, honestly he was actively passing away. So after 4 IVs, breathing tube, pigtail tube to drain the fluid off his collapsing lung, x-ray after x-ray, CT scans, he finally turned a corner. But it wasn't a good prognosis. We were lucky. In the meantime, my mother-in-law came to help with our older child. She proceeded to get absolutely hammered every night she was here, a woman in her 70s, falling down drunk. I was so angry at her selfishness. Also, I missed my own mother's memorial service. Obviously, I had no choice, but it was still a blow. I wanted to be able to remember her with her sisters, see her face and hear her voice in them. Instead I listened in on speaker from far away. This was on day 12 of my youngest being hospitalized, and we were waiting to be discharged. I was emotionally, physically and mentally exhausted. And I just wanted to get my son home. As we are waiting for an available doctor to discharge us, my husband called and asked if he needed to be there. For his child that barely pulled through, on the day of my mother's memorial service, while his mother was there making everything harder. The fact he even asked that question galled me. It took me 3 trips to the car by myself, since after that long we had clothes and toiletries, blankets and stuffies, puzzles, games, books etc. I couldn't look at my husband the same after that. 2. We were in an open marriage I knew nothing about. 3. I felt like a mother and I don't have children. 4. He lied about wanting children. He knew he was shooting blanks but let me have 2 procedures under general anesthesia to find out what was wrong with me. His mother ended up mentioning it because she thought for sure he had told me. 5. Coming home from a trip, my husband picked me up from the airport in my car. I noticed that the back window was cracked open. It was the kind of small, triangular window that you have to crack open from the inside manually. I asked him who was sitting in the backseat. Without thinking he said it was his best friend and the friend's wife. I asked, then who was sitting in the front seat? He laughed nervously and didn't answer. That was how I found out he was having an affair. 6. A couples therapist saying, I can't do this anymore, you need to divorce him and move on with your life. 7. Secretly putting us into financial ruin. 8. We stopped playing World of Warcraft. Turns out that was all we had in common. Don't get married in your early 20s.